If you've got big ambitions but can't seem to get yourself to actually do the work, this one's for you. I'm breaking down the exact framework that'll help you stop putting things off, start making real progress, and outpace most people around you. Principle 1. Define your target. Here's something most people won't admit. The biggest reason they're not making progress isn't lack of ability. It's lack of direction. When you don't have a specific target, every action feels optional. And when everything's optional, nothing gets done. Think about it like this. If someone asks you to meet them at a specific coffee shop at 3 p.m., you just go. You don't debate which coffee shop would be best or what time feels right. But if they say, "Let's hang out sometime this week," suddenly you're stuck in decision paralysis. Should we do lunch, dinner? Which day works? What should we do? The conversation dies because there's no clear plan. That's the trap most people live in. Vague intentions lead to vague results. But when your objective is crystal clear, action becomes automatic. So, here's what you need to lock down. First, identify exactly what you're working toward. Not, "I want to be successful" or "I want to make money." Those are directions, not destinations. Get specific. What does success actually look like for you? What's the concrete outcome you're building toward? Second, understand your motivation at a deeper level. Why does this specific goal matter to you? Because surface-level reasons won't carry you through the hard parts. "I want more income" is weak. "I want financial independence, so I never have to ask for permission" is strong. That emotional core is what keeps you moving when everything else tells you to quit. The people who actually win aren't always the most naturally gifted. They're the ones who know exactly where they're going and have an unshakable reason for getting there. Principle 2. The boredom method. All right, here's the thing nobody wants to hear. You know what needs to be done. You genuinely want the results. But when it's time to actually start, you just don't. You scroll instead. You reorganize your desk. You suddenly remember you need to do laundry. Anything but the actual work. So let me give you a technique that top performers across different fields use to break through resistance. It's counterintuitive, but it works. Here's the setup. You're sitting there knowing you should be working, but you can't make yourself begin. Instead of forcing it, try this. You're not required to start the task, but you're also not allowed to do anything else. No scrolling, no videos, no music, no snacks, nothing. Put your phone in a different room. Close all the tabs. Sit there and let yourself be completely, utterly bored. Your brain will hate this. It'll resist. But here's what happens. Boredom is actually unbearable for your nervous system. Your mind will actively search for stimulation. And if you've eliminated every other option, it'll eventually turn to the one thing available, which is your actual work. Neuroscientists have studied this effect extensively. When your brain enters a state of genuine understimulation, it starts generating its own activity. You'll notice your thoughts becoming restless, your focus naturally seeking something to latch onto. That restlessness is your leverage. In the absence of easy dopamine hits from social media or entertainment, your brain will actually find satisfaction in productive work because it's the only available source of engagement. Principle 3. Rapid recovery. Look, everyone has off days. There will be times when you feel drained, unmotivated, and all you want to do is order takeout and watch something mindless for hours. That's human. It happens. But here's what separates people who make consistent progress from those who don't. Recovery speed. Some people have one bad day and it turns into a bad week, then a bad month. Others have a bad day and they're back at it the next morning. That gap in recovery time is what creates the massive difference between people who stay stuck and people who keep advancing. The ones who get ahead aren't perfect. They just refuse to stay down for long. So when you slip up, and you will, your only job is to get back on track as quickly as possible. Don't spiral into guilt or self-criticism. Don't write off the whole week because you messed up Monday. Just reset and continue. High performers fail constantly. They just recover faster than everyone else.
Principle 4. Reframe the difficulty. I came across something a while back that completely shifted how I think about effort. Someone pointed out that staying disciplined is difficult, but so is living with regret. Building something meaningful is hard work, but so is staying in a situation you hate. Everything has a cost. You just get to choose which price you're willing to pay. Discomfort is inevitable. You're going to face resistance either way. Research shows that around 80% of people consistently choose immediate comfort over long-term benefit. The standard is incredibly low. Just by prioritizing future outcomes over present comfort, you're already ahead of most people. There's this entrepreneur, Iman Gadzhi. If you're not familiar, he built multiple businesses from essentially nothing and scaled them into serious operations generating millions. What stands out about him and people like him is that they don't just tolerate the grind, they genuinely enjoy it. That's it. No magic formula, no secret hack, just a clear target, a method for overcoming resistance, fast recovery, and a mindset shift around effort. If this breakdown was helpful, let me know what you'd like me to cover next. Until then, stay sharp and keep moving forward.